This is one of those times where I am overwhelmed by all of the options, but I wonder if it's actually worth it in the end. I think it's going to be worth it in the end. Hi, everybody. Today I am taking a look at the Functional Flexi Planner line from Tilly Journals. She has an Etsy shop. She is one of my patrons and sent this to me, so I did not buy this, but she did tell me I could have my own opinion of it, my honest opinion. You know, I don't review things unless I can have my honest opinion, but I wanted to let you know that I was gifted this, and she also sent me some stickers, which we'll look at the end of the video. But I'm fascinated by this planner. As somebody who spent the last year kind of wondering what I was going to do, trying to figure out my perfect planner system, I was really curious about this when she told me about it. So let me give you some information, and there's a lot of information, so I'm going to pop it up on the screen as I talk about it to kind of help you figure it out. Although she also has a video talking you through all of her options as well, and I'll leave that linked in the description. This is a semi-customizable planner system. That's what she calls it in quotes. You get to basically pick a lot of the options, but it is meant to be a neutral, very functional planner that if you're pen only, it'll work just fine for you. But if you want to decorate, it works kind of like a blank slate. So you have 3 different options in terms of spreads. You can get daily, weekly, or monthly layouts, or any combination of the 3. The daily planners are 6 months, and right now they're run from January through June 2021, although she does say, and this goes for all of them, I'm pretty sure, that the July start options will become available soon. The weekly and the monthly options are 12 months, and they go from January through December unless you get the daily option as well, and then it defaults back to the 6 months. You also have an option where you can have an add-on where you split the 6 months daily planner into 2 3-month daily planners with an interchangeable cover. Now you get to pick your size. This is the 7x9 size, which is the one most comparable to the Erin Condren. You can also choose from A6 or B6 sizes. You get to pick the spreads that are in it. You get to pick how many note pages and where they go in the planner, and their dot grid note pages. If you get a weekly layout, you get to choose whether it is a timed vertical or just a vertical layout. And she's going to release new covers every month for you to pick from. This one I picked because, you know, it's succulents. It's funny because of me and my history with succulents, but also I actually really love like the desert kind of color theme on it. And everything in these, like all of the covers and all of the lettering is all designed by her. She actually makes these in-house. The daily 6-month and the 12-month weekly planners come with this bigger coil. It's the 38mm coil as standard. The monthly and the 3-month daily planners come with a smaller 30mm coil. Although you can request to have whichever coil you want, she does recommend that the thick boy planners come with the thick boy coil. Now, there are a lot of prices. Hers are, I think, Australian prices, but she said it's around $60 for the 7x9 daily or weekly any combo, down to $27 for the A6 monthly only. Now, the prices, like the $60 for the daily or weekly any combo, means you could have any combination of daily, weekly, and monthly spreads, and this is the same price. Every size is one price, except if you get monthly only, and then it is a lesser price. According to the information she sent me, all shipping is tracked, and she sized these for the standard, quote, standard vertical planners so that people's sticker kits will fit. I told her just send me what she thought I would like because I get overwhelmed by these things, and so she sent me the 6-month planner that has the daily spreads and the vertical weekly spreads with 1 spread of notes pages per month. So this would have been a $60 planner, and with the big puppy. Now, the coil is my favorite kind of coil. It's a coily coil. It's not wire O binding. It's none of that bullshit. I love this coil because this is the coil I love. And it's a very, very thick boy, you guys. Like, there is room for it to grow if you want to use stickers, but I am glad she's using the big one because the thought of using a coil that is, 8mm less in diameter, that kind of horrifies me. The cover page feels very much like an Erin Condren cover. It is a very, very thickly, like 10mm laminate cover. The colors are beautiful and clear. Ooh, that's cute. I really like that. And then the back cover is adorable. And it looks like the pocket, which is laminated. We'll get to that, but it matches the cover. So this is her logo, I'm pretty sure, this like kind of spray painty looking situation. I adore spontaneity, providing it is carefully planned. I like that. So it gives you some space to write your name. This is cardstock. This is not paper. And the tabs, that's the word I'm looking for. They're laminated of some sort, but it's a really like soft lamination. If there was any critique I would have, it's that in transit, they got kind of banged up because they hang out of the planner. So if that bothers you, this is something that might bug you. They're cute. I like the font on them, but the tabs did get kind of beat up. So either stronger lamination or slightly different packaging or both might help with that. Okay, so according to her website, the paper is 120 GSM, bright white, smooth paper, and it is smooth. It doesn't have that silky, weird plum paper feel, but it does not have the tooth of the Mohawk paper and the Erin Condren. And then the dividers are a 250 GSM cardstock. She also said that because these are handmade, there may be minor imperfections, but she tries to keep them to an absolute minimum. I appreciate that she mentions that because it's some of the charm of like handmade products. All right, so we have a calendar here that goes from January 2021 through August 2022. And then here is a like perpetual calendar dates situation that has a calendar, like kind of like a future log, I guess. It has the calendar along the top and then a vertical column here with a dot grid. So it looks like the paper has a dot grid on the background. So the calendars are on a dot grid and there's dot grid inside of the vertical situations. That's really cool. I wonder if that's the way it's going to be throughout the whole planner. And then it keeps going. So we have January 2021 all the way through April 2022. So you basically have enough space to schedule for the 6 months of the planner plus 4 months into next year. I don't even want to think about next year yet. This year just started. And then here is a dot grid blank side. Then we have January 28th December through 31st January. It's my birthday. It looks like she does not print the dot grid on the front of the dividers, but on the back of the divider, there is a dot grid. And I like that this is blank because if you wanted to decorate this, you totally could. You could use this to put like pictures or do a theme if you wanted to, or whatever the case may be. And then this must be the spread she's talking about, the notes page spread. Is this the notes page spread? Yeah, maybe this is the notes page spread she's talking about in the front of, so basically like you have space to do a dashboard layout or something along those lines once you start your month. And again, this is my particular, what I got was the extra notes page spread in the month. So then here is the vertical layout. It is also printed on a very nice dot grid. It is a faint dot grid, but I can still see it a little bit better than I can the bullet journal notebook. You have a December 20, it gives you the month up here, a long column here. You have 3 boxes, and then you have empty space at the bottom. Print here's a light gray. Just from my glance, this looks like something that the Chrissy Ann Designs could cover. And this is a true neutral. Like there is no color here except for gray. And then here's a blank dot grid spread. And then we get into the daily pages. So you have the date at the top in a darker color. And then you have an hourly situation here. There's actually 2 columns. So you could technically, I guess, schedule by 15 minutes if you wanted to, because there's 2 lines per column from 6 a.m. all the way to midnight. So basically you're just missing 6 hours of the day. It's a very extensive hourly situation, but it's very, very not only neutral, but it's like really like a blank canvas. So for people who want a planner that kind of gives them more stuff, you know, like how the simplified planner kind of breaks shit up into boxes, like for meal plan and whatever, this might be hard for you to use. But for somebody who just wants to have like the basics, this is almost like one step above like a bullet journal. Do you know what I mean? They give you the basic structure, but then you can add what you want. So there is room here to do 2 people's appointments, or you could do 15-minute appointments, or there's all sorts of ways you could schedule this. You could put your schedule on one side and your to-do list on whatever. You have room for a lot of things here. I like that. I also like how neutral this is and that there is no extra bullshit. Sorry, I adjusted the lighting a little bit. I'm still getting used to this space. So we have a full day for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday get their own days. Nothing is different. And then you go into the next week, and then you have the blank page. Again, you could use that for like a meal plan or a dashboard or something. And then the next week. So this is the way it goes for the whole week. There's no holidays. There's no fucking nothing in here, you guys. There is just boxes and hours and dates and dot grid. And then you get to the end of the month, and you're on to the next month. It's okay. This is going to sound so American of me, but I love the the way that like Europeans, Australian people who are not Americans, because we do ours with like February 1st, but I love the 1st February, like God, that makes me sound like such a douchey American, but I just think it's really cute. So yeah, so that's the basics of the planner. You have a weekly spread and then a page for every single day. And then you kick the whole thing off with a dot grid page. You kick off the dailies with a dot grid page. So the weekly, according to what I'm looking at, the weekly comes first, then the dot grid page, then the daily pages, then the next weekly, then the dot grid page, then the daily pages. And that is how the entire planner is all the way up through here. We have, looks like June 27th is the last day of the planner. So it doesn't finish the month of June. I imagine the monthly planner would finish the month of June. And then for the notes pages, she says that the planner standard comes with an additional 17 pages, but you can add more. And they're very light dot grid. And then you have a laminated pocket right here that you can put things in. And it's got the same hard lamination as the cover. And that's the end of the planner. So I'm going to zoom you in really quick so you can kind of see the dot grid, because it is very faint and it's light. If you are hard of seeing things, then the dot grid might not exist for you. The one kind of aspect of this I'm curious is that the daily pages have the typing in black and the weekly pages have the typing in a light gray. And that's a design choice I'm curious about, whether that's like, I don't know how the monthly pages looks, for example. So here is the dot grid. It is faint. You can see it in comparison to the black writing. So I'm going to pen test this paper. I love 120 GSM paper. I'm pretty sure 120 GSM is my dream paper. I've just got so many questions about why 160 GSM is the thing that people love in bullet journal notebooks. For my pen test, I have a Pilot fine liner. I have a Sarasa Juice gel pen. I have a Tombow dual brush pen, and I have a mild liner highlighter. Let's take a look. God damn it. I love this paper. This is like my favorite paper. Like this paper in particular, the only thing it doesn't have is that little bit of grit that I like, that little bit of tooth. But this thickness, like 120 GSM is my magical thickness. Although I don't mind a bit of a thinner paper like with the Baron Fig, but this is the thickest I prefer. So there's only a little bit of ridging with the gel pen, and there's no bleed through. There is very faint, the faintest shadowing with the highlighter and the Tombow, but it's almost like non-existent. Overall, this is a very well-constructed planner. My biggest quibbles with it are the tabs. I think that they could either be more reinforced or something. The tabs are just a little banged up for my taste. The only other real issue I'm running into here with this planner is the handwritten font is very, very cute, but I can imagine it could be hard to read for some people. It's not that it is not a well-written font. It's very cute, and I love that style, and I use that myself. But I also know that particular style can be hard to read for some people. If there were an option for a handwritten printed font, that might be a great option to add. But it's cute, and I love how like bouncy it is and how adorable it is. And I love that it looks like it's hand drawn. And I think especially for the options that are offered and the customization, the price to me is reasonable, knowing that these are handmade and that you can basically have exactly the layout that you want from her choices and pay the same price, to me is super cool. So yeah, this could be a really good option for some of you. What I wish is that she'll be able to offer more dates soon for people who already have their planners. I reviewed this a little bit late because I had a lot going on at the end of the year, but I'm going to watch for the July release and see what she offers, because I think that could be cool. So that's my thoughts on this planner. Really kind of neat. It's a neat little planner, and I really appreciate the customization. Now, real quick, I'm just going to show you the stickers that she sent me, if that's something you're interested in, because they are holographic foil, and I love holographic foil. I think it's beautiful, and I may wind up throwing some of these into my bullet journal. That could be fucking rad. So she sent me stickers that say, oh, that printed font right there. She has a printed font, video games. If I could get the same planner with all of the writing choices in that printed style, that would be awesome. Video games, YouTube. Then here are dates. I love this. This is so cute. Bullet journal. Here are some months. There's multiple amounts, and it looks like 3 sets of month stickers, and they're small. These are actually great for bullet journaling. succulents, pencils, and kitties. The kitties are like a coppery foil. It looks like the kitties, the pencils, the months, and the bullet journal are all coppery foil. And these guys are holographic. I kind of want to go and see what other dates in this size she has. Like, does she have Monday through Friday type situation, Monday through Sunday, and numbers? Because that could be really fun in my bullet journal. So I'm going to have to go check those out. Thank you again, Tilly, for sending this to me. I hope that you guys like this. I'm sorry if this felt a little bit all over the place, but there's a reason I still haven't reviewed the Agendio. Planners with a ton of customization options both delight me and stress me out. The fact that she chose for me is awesome, but I still had to work through my personal feelings about super customizable things while making this video. But I will tell you right now, if I wasn't already settled into my bullet journal, I might consider using this because in so many ways, this is my ideal planner. It has the coil I love. It has paper that I love. It has a dot grid. There is no color on any of the weekly or daily pages. And the paper is sexy, and I already said that. So I may very well be keeping an eye on this for the second half of the year, let's just say. As for this planner, I may wind up giving it away. Keep your eyes open on Instagram. All right? Because I think that's where I'll do it, at Llama Letters on Instagram. So let me know in the comments any planners you would like me to take a look at. Is this a planner you might be interested in? And if so, what combination would you like? Just tell me in the comments. I may be living the bullet journal only lifestyle this year, but that's not going to stop me from doing planner reviews because can't stop, won't stop, dudes. Anyway, until next time, friends, stay safe, wash your hands, all that good shit, because my birthday's coming up and I want to celebrate with you. And until next time, friends, peace out.